Hey, what's up, fam? Jujutsu Kaisen, like it's on a heavy roll. Like when I first pick up the series, it gets really interesting around like chapter 14 or 15 when you get to see the first display of Sukuna, and then it's been on a roll since then. You got the cool stuff with Mojito, and kind of just had a pretty nice skirmish setup that turned out to be people trying to kill Yuji, and now getting to the point where all of these cursed spirits are showing up, and they're crashing the place. It feels pretty. It feels a lot more intimidating with that screen up and keeping Satoru out. And I'm wondering where exactly, how are some of these guys are gonna pull out of this, honestly. And chapter though start out with, I really like looking at this the cursed family portrait as it's titled. It looks so good. Like Mojito, honestly, has caught my attention a lot within the series. Him and Satoru, especially, I think out of the whole cast. And I don't know, it was the chapter itself. It felt, I don't know, it felt longer, which is weird because usually they don't like when you read weekly manga, they unless you're reading something with like hordes of dialogue, it just feels like you're either reading something, pretty standard, you get a normal length, or you read something with or it's very action packed and a lot less dialogue, and you're like, okay, I read through that super fast, I want more. This one just you felt like so many different things were happening at once that it was you were just getting like a big variety, thick pack of a chapter. Like you had what's her name? I forgot her name. Hime something. The chick from the other school, their boss, going in, and the old man, and they're talking to the guy who was nailing spikes in the ground and put up the Satoru reducing screen, and he pulls out his axe, getting ready to fight, and the old man pulls out a freaking guitar. And I'm wondering what exactly he's going to, what kind of music he's going to play on there, and then have some probably some pretty sick powers because I don't think people need to be explained the whole shonen thing of the badass old guy, especially at this point where this guy is apparently going to get to play guitar and probably has some really sick powers. That I'm looking forward to like already. Already the chapter starts out with something like I wish it was. I really want to see more of this, and then it goes over to the tree guardian curse spirit guy who, when they're fighting him, just getting ready to figure out what they can do, and so many interesting looking panels. Like you have this one that I'm using where he's got these like tree like root orbs, and they're like shooting all these branch spikes at him. But meanwhile, Noritoshi is using his blood manipulation powers, and he creates like this cool like condensed beam of blood, and it just like cracks into the tree dude, and I find out that the tree bits coming out of his eyes are way more fragile than the rest of him. So it looks like they found his weak point. So now they just got to figure out how exactly they're going to get to that point. But it seems pretty hard because everyone like him, Noritoshi, Megumi, and I forget the dude's name who's got his power is like through words, and so he usually he says food, and so he doesn't accidentally use his ability. Like they're getting manhandled by this dude. They're getting like smacked around, and it's just getting crushed. But then luckily Maki shows up. She's got her sword that she took, and she gets ready to go on the offensive. But she manages to badassly get this like combat staff, like the pretty sure that's what it's called. I don't remember if it's because it's one of those ones where it's like a staff that turns into like a three-part nunchucks. But I don't know. She's pretty cool. I like her character so far a lot. She seems pretty OP, but not enough to the point, at least at this point, where it might be a little irritating. I'm wondering how exactly if she's going to be the one to beat this dude, if this is going to be the extent of her powers, or if it's going to take all them combined, to beat him, and she's going to be the main focus, and everyone else is kind of going to be supporting her in the fight. So like I said, there's a lot of interesting stuff to go about. And even when you look at this and you're like, okay, these fights are gonna be awesome. You don't even know what Mahito's doing. You have no idea what that dude is up to. He could be doing his own crazy things. He's probably looking for Sukuna. So he's gonna be looking for Yuji and the other guy he's with. So that by itself is also, even though it didn't even happen in this chapter, it's going to be interesting to see when it goes down because you know that anytime Mahito is there, it becomes interesting. And his territorial expansion is almost as cool looking as Satoru is. But anyway, drop a comment below on what you think about this chapter. Like I said, liked it. Really liking Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. I'm fully waiting. I'm anticipating when they're gonna announce it getting an anime. Like I've only heard nice things from people who have read it, and when it gets an anime is when it's gonna get way more attention and blow way more up. So hopefully that'll happen. And when people see that, they'll be like, "Why haven't I been reading this forever?" And that will help build Jujutsu Kaisen as a series, like in fan base. Other than that, drop a comment below. Like I said, what you think about this chapter. Hopefully you to thumbs up the video by befriending the like button and subscribing for more videos and checking out the rest of my videos and their content that I have. And other than that, I appreciate everyone for listening and appreciate for watching and who are already subscribed. Bye.